He was one of television's most beloved stars, remembered for playing the strong, kind, dependable father figures families trusted and admired. Yet behind the comforting image Michael Landon carried a lifetime of pain that few ever saw. A truth that would only surface years after his death when his daughter revealed the quiet burden he lived with and a decision she believes he deeply regretted. Because Landon's life began not in stability but in turmoil. Born Eugene Orowitz in 1936 in Queens, New York, into a home divided by religion and emotional conflict, with a Jewish father and an Irish Catholic mother whose resentment toward her husband's faith spilled painfully onto her son, culminating in a moment that haunted Michael forever when, during his bar mitzvah, his mother told him she had secretly baptized him as a baby, an act that confused and invalidated his identity at a crucial age, compounded by her severe mental health struggles that filled the home with fear and instability, stress that manifested in chronic bedwetting for which Michael was cruelly shamed rather than comforted. Enduring public humiliation that left deep scars he later poured into his semi-autobiographical film The Loneliest Runner. And yet amid the chaos he found brief hope in athletics, excelling as a javelin thrower and earning a scholarship to USC that felt like his escape, only to lose everything when a shoulder injury abruptly ended that dream, pushing him into odd jobs and uncertainty until a chance encounter at a Los Angeles gas station led him toward acting and a complete reinvention under the name Michael Landon. A fresh start that quickly gained traction with I Was a Teenage Werewolf and then exploded with his role as Little Joe on Bonanza, where his emotional depth made him a household name, followed by even greater success creating and starring in Little House on the Prairie and later Highway to Heaven. Shows built on compassion, morality, and hope, even as behind the scenes he battled anxiety, insecurity, and a relentless need for control, coping through heavy smoking, alcohol, humor used as a shield, and exhausting work schedules, while tragedy continued to shadow him with the sudden death of his father in 1959 and the devastating car accident that nearly killed his daughter Cheryl in 1973. Events that deepened his emotional weight and intensified the pressure he placed on himself and those around him, ultimately contributing to public scandal. When his affair with a much younger woman during Little House on the Prairie led to a highly publicized divorce that shattered his wholesome image and revealed the painful divide between the man audiences believed in and the deeply flawed human being he was, followed by growing tensions on set, clashes with the media, and a retreat from public life as he became more guarded and wounded by scrutiny. Until in 1991 his lifelong drive to push through pain came to a devastating halt with a diagnosis of advanced pancreatic cancer, already beyond cure, forcing a man who had always outrun hardship to finally face something he could not control, choosing to fight briefly before spending his final months at home with his family and making one last emotional appearance on The Tonight Show that reminded the world even its heroes suffer. Before passing away on July 1, 1991, at just 54 years old, leaving behind a legacy of iconic television and a deeper truth shared by his daughter Leslie, who later revealed that her father avoided doctors and ignored warning signs, believing strength meant pushing through, a mindset she believes cost him his life and led her to say with heartbreaking clarity that if he were alive today, he would admit, "I blew it." A lesson she now shares to encourage others to prioritize their health, while his children continue his creative legacy across film and television, leaving us with a final portrait of Michael Landon not as a flawless symbol, but as a deeply human man shaped by trauma, driven by love, haunted by regret, and remembered for both the comfort he gave the world and the quiet battles he fought until the end.